Man, it's so good to have you in studio. Bob Saget, tonight and tomorrow night at Stand Up Live. Come on, everybody, make some noise. Bob Saget, everybody.
It's always pathetic when you hear 4 people applauding. It's like,
I know.
Does it make some noise?
It's just us.
I love it here. I love Phoenix, but I love this club, Stand Up Live. It's a big club, and the size of your club is not important. I've told that many times to my fiance, which is how I dig out of that hole.
Seriously, it's time for the golfers clap again. Bob Saget is engaged to Kelly Rizzo.
I am.
Yeah,
you
planning
know her
the
name
wedding
and everything.
And Bob, I understand that
she's a Celian. I'm in huge trouble. Her parents are like, do this right, boy.
Yeah, and you're actually throwing the wedding. You're doing most of the planning.
I am. That's been in the press. You tell somebody in line. I did a movie called Benjamin that I directed and I starred in, and we just had the opening for it about a month and a half ago, and that's all they asked about was that. So that winds up in People magazine, which is just like, I don't know. I wish I had a bird so I could put them on the bottom of the cage, the article. That's not nice. That's not true. It's a good magazine, and it supports beautiful causes.
I want to ask you about the wedding.
So we're just trying to figure out color schemes right now.
Okay, well, let's get to the root of it, all right?
We're talking the root of it. You know what the root of it is.
She's hot.
She is well, I don't talk about her that way. I think
she's amazing.
She's a beautiful, wonderful woman,
yes.
And I have some pictures on my phone of her that I can't show. No, that's not true. She is cool. She's a food blogger person, and she's got a thing called Eat, Travel, Rock.
Wow.
And you were playing Imagine Dragons earlier today, and I was listening to it, and she was on a tour and interviewed them. And, I mean, she goes out and interviews a lot of music acts, does a lot of food stuff. She learned to ride a Harley for Rolling Stone.
Wow.
So she's got a career, which is nice. I don't think I've ever dated anybody with a career. That's a nice thing to say. I'm divorced 22 years, so I've had 6, 7 girlfriends. How about yourself?
I'm married, happily married. Got married
how
in
many
01.
girlfriends did you have during that time?
Oh, geez. You know what? I didn't think I was going to get married, to be honest with you, because I just figured being in the line of work that I'm in, I'm not going to meet the quality person.
Right. And that is weird. And then
I, mid-30s, all of a sudden, I met the one. Like, I knew right then and there. When people say love at first sight.
Did you fall for her first?
I would say so, yes.
And so did you have to persuade her?
No, it was a nice mutual feeling. Like
no medication involved?
It did not have to knock her out.
Can't do that anymore. Those days you can't do that ever.
Yeah, it's not popular anymore.
I don't anymore, right? I just don't understand why people thought that would be a way to be with somebody. I mean,
right.
I like to get some reaction.
Sure.
I mean, when I'm with someone, I want them to be laughing while we're doing it.
Okay.
So they got to be awake.
Exactly.
It's like, that's how you do it? It's so sad.
So back to the wedding.
Sorry, good move.
Okay, so we're talking about the wedding, and it's important that you have good entertainment. Have you decided on a band or a DJ?
Well, I don't think I want a band because it's just a sound-alike to me.
Get the real deal. You got the money.
Well, that's true.
Get Duran Duran. Duran Duran would be happy to play Bob Saget's wedding.
Current to even my lifetime.
Okay.
I love Duran Duran.
Right.
I mean, that'd be amazing.
Sure.
To say you had Duran Duran. I've got a lot of musician friends that are famous people that are going to be at the wedding. Mm-hmm. So, actually, I was doing Jimmy Fallon's show a couple months ago, and Questlove said he would be the DJ for our wedding. And I still don't, I still think, to make him go through all that, we're not having a big wedding. It's really her family and all of Phoenix. Okay. Everyone listening. But mainly, let's shift gears, because I don't just want to talk about the wedding and
before we shift gears,
love. Give me the big love question. That's always good.
Yeah, before we shift gears.
Or protection.
I got to know, are you registered at Target?
No, we're not registering because
Come on, I got to get you something, man.
No, well, you can.
What do you want? Come on, Bob.
A third party? No, that's not it. That's a bad choice. I don't know. I don't want anything. I just want her. So how's that for an answer?
No,
No, I don't want to register. I mean, people know that I'm okay financially and stuff. What am I going to ask for? A blender?
Right.
Right. I don't want a friend of mine. Stamos got married. I haven't gotten him his gift yet, but I'm going to get him something really nice.
Yes.
I'm going to get him a blow-up doll of him.
John Stamos has the most amazing hair.
He does. It starts at his eyebrows. He and Sean Hannity should do a relay race on hair, just on hair. Oh my!
Well, so
I could sure quiet a room.
yeah. You haven't bought John Stamos a wedding gift, and now he just had a baby boy. So you got to get the baby
I'm about
gift.
to go see that. As soon as I'm done doing stand up live this weekend, I'm going to go see Stamos's baby because it happens to be mine. It was dark one night. She didn't know what happened. John and I, ironically, have slept together like 4 times. I'm not kidding. I mean, sleep. Just sleep.
Right.
I was in Vegas. We went to go see this amazing Chinese Elvis. I'm not kidding.
Right.
And John said, "This is the best Elvis you're ever going to see." I said, "I don't want to see an Elvis impersonator, please." And so this is 15 years ago, I just started drinking. And then I ended up in his room, and he had to take my shoes off and feed me like a baby bird about to die. And he put me in the bed, and then he got in the bed, and then we fell asleep, and it was like planes, trains, and automobiles, And we woke up the next morning, and it just, there was an air of, we needed a Glade Solid or Febreze. It was not a good. Vegas at, 7 in the morning with your buddy next to you. It ain't right.
Now, you guys weren't always buddies. For
The
whatever
first
reason,
couple
you guys didn't get
years,
along.
You know everything. You study. You know me.
No, man, we've hung out enough, Bob. I've heard all the trash about John.
And you came to my show, and you've honored me a lot. I'm not kidding. We didn't get along in the beginning because I was this comedian, kind of purist about acting. I had studied acting really hard, and he had done 4 series already before he did Full House. And he was, every week I was jealous of him. I had a wife, which I wasn't jealous that I was happy I was married at the time. I was a kid. I was 30. And although some people listening are 26, but millennials rule. But Stamos, he was dating all the, Heather Locklear and Paula Abdul and all these women were coming in and out. Tiffany, I don't think Tiffany, I'm just adding her. But he would have all these, and it was enough already. I get fed up with it.
Sure.
But then after a few years, we just started to get closer and closer. And by the end of the 8 years, we were just full-on brothers and stayed that way for 30 years.
Just occurred to me. Have John Stamos perform. He could do his Elvis thing.
No, I've seen enough. We're actually going to have I'm not sure what we're going to do. But I like a DJ because then we pick all the music. Then you have exactly what you want.
Exactly.
And
okay,
her
so
family is
controlling.
Sicilian. And so, you got to play little Godfather, Godfather 2. You don't play Godfather 3 because it didn't work. Right. And I'm Jewish, so I'm just trying to get costs down.
Speaking of which, so just the Fuller House cast is invited, and then that's it. Who's not invited?
Oh no. All my friends. I mean, it's it'll be a decent amount of people, but it won't be a huge, giant thing, and we don't want it publicized or anything. So this really helps that.
Bob. Speaking of which, I ran into one of your close friends. What was it? Let's see here. It was like about a month ago, and she left a message for you. So I'm going to play that for you. I think you'll like it.
I have nothing funny to say. Bob, you're one of my favorite people in the whole world, and I love you, and I miss you, and come home soon and safely.
That's Candace Cameron for you.
It is?
Yeah.
Was she in here?
She was actually at Celebrity Fight Night, and it was a huge charity.
Was she fighting someone?
Yes, she was. She was.
She kickboxes.
She was in a headlock at the time.
She is one of my dearest friends.
Yeah.
She is a love, and she will be at the wedding. So she is just one of those great people that I knew her since she was 9. That's what I told the judge. And she's just a dear. I'm friends with everybody. But it's funny now. My stand-up has evolved to a place where I don't talk about Full House as much,
right?
Which is good. Did you see my new special, 0 to 60?
I love it.
You did?
Yes.
Wow. I have to cough. What do I do?
Just cough. Let it go. All right.
It's a hairball. There was a horse in my room.
Yeah.
This morning, I don't know how it got in there, literally. And the only way to let it in is the opening the front door. And I sleepwalk, so there's a chance, just a chance. I heard, and then I opened the door. But that explains the cough. So I had a horse in my room, And he was in my bed. I don't know how he got in my bed.
Back to the Godfather reference.
It is. It is. You don't want to wake up with a horse's head in your bed.
You don't.
No.
There's a T-shirt.
No, and there's also possible. You have to hit the dump button when we get to this. Dump button is what people out of radio that might not know. When you bleep someone when they're saying something they can't say on live radio. But even though my act is like a soft R, it's like South Park or something in tone. I know better that when you're on the air, you don't curse and you don't do things that a driver. Right now, there's a million people on the road. Phoenix is like a grid that doesn't stop, no matter where you drive.
This is true.
It looks exactly the same.
That's right.
An hour later.
That's right.
I think you're just running a backdrop while I'm driving. But I don't know what my point was.
Well,
but it was a good one.
Yeah, Bob is performing tonight and tomorrow night at Stand Up Live. And since Bob is getting married, I want everyone to bring Bob a wedding gift, right?
No,
Instead of the 2-drink minimum, you're bringing wedding gifts for Bob Saget, right?
Well, I can tell you, Casey from the club right now, representing intelligent business, will not allow instead of a 2-drink minimum.
We don't need liquor sales anymore. Bob needs gifts.
No, I don't want anything. I just want people you know what I want? Honestly, the same thing you do every day.
Yeah.
I want to entertain people. I want them to be happy. I want them to go home and feel like, wow, that was a great show. I just had the best time. And they laughed, which is something we all haven't been doing enough. You watch your late night host, they kind of give you a laugh, but it's still about the news.
Yeah, it's all politics.
So I do a little bit of that, but for the most part, I've got 4 new songs that I've been doing a lot for my special, and I just love. I wouldn't be performing right now if it wasn't for what's going on in the world. I feel like I'm needed, and even when I was on Fallon, whatever that was, 6 weeks ago, he said a quote from that special where someone said, "We need you, Bob." And I said, well, as long as you need me, I'll be here. So I got this stupid attitude like I'm the Batman of comedy or something. I just want to make people have an easier night and hopefully let them hook up. If there's someone they like,
right,
let them get that.
Right.
I mean, there's and I found out like 65% of my audience is female. Did you know that? They're in their 20s. And when you were there, weren't there a lot of young ladies?
Women love Bob Saget.
It's weird. And girls, which is bad. And then I'll do a rock and roll type venue, and they'll flash me their poppage.
Right.
And you can't do that.
No.
Because I have a Danny Tanner in me. I want to dust bust them. I want to, use lemon pledge on them. But I can't,
Dust bust them is a euphemism, right?
It is, because a dustbuster sucks. But you can dump out the lint. And that's why I think hygiene is so important. And my buddy Mike Young is opening all weekend. Did you see Mike last time?
I did, yeah.
He's
Mike
really
Young.
good.
Yeah, he's solid.
Yeah, I like him a lot. He also is into the dustbuster thing.
So after the show, we're going out, right?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. All right.
Are you coming?
Yeah.
To the show?
Yeah.
This is going to be great.
Yeah, man.
Are you coming tonight?
Yes, tonight's Friday night, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, we'll come tonight. And then
we also, it's free for Orthodox Jews on the Late Show on a Friday night, because that's the Shabbat. And then Saturday night, I think, what's the sacred night? What religion is sacred on a Saturday? Do we know?
Asking the wrong
we
guy.
Don't know. No, but there is no Sunday show for me, but there is for Mike, and because he's really good. And so and there's another stand-up live, and where is it, Casey? Huntsville, Alabama. You won't be seeing me there anytime soon, just because I wanted to do. I love this club because you get to really work stuff out. You can play around and come up with new material, and that's fun. I think it's fun for the audience because I obviously put on a show,
right?
Because they deserve it and they need it. But I feel like they need it. That's just, I'm so delusional. I believe they need my show. We must have Bob's show.
Bob's show once again tonight, tomorrow night. Excuse me. Stand Up Live.
You got
Come
the
on.
horse thing.
Yeah. It's like the pollen thing going on.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Bob
I
Saget.
miss you.
It's so good to have you back in town.